Have you ever really loved a pattern but the dart is in the wrong place and you don't know how to fix it? Well, stay tuned because I'm going to show you how in today's video. So I'm filming this on my phone because that's going to be easy in terms of getting a close-up. So as you can see, I've got a front bodice pattern piece on my table. It's the ruffle sleeve top from Peppermint Patterns. In the Folds actually did it, but if you look on the Peppermint website you'll see it there. It's a free pattern. So today what I'm going to show you is how to move the dart. When I made this pattern up, the dart was too high up and too far in. It made me look like I had Madonna tits. So now I'm going to show you how to move that dart. The first thing you need to do is work out where your apex is. So in order to work out your apex, measure from your shoulder seam down to the most protruding part of your breasts, and then measure from your side seam to the largest part of your breast. Don't forget to take away the seam allowance. You'll be able to see on the pattern that there is a seam allowance added in. I don't know if you can see it, the line is faint, but it's 5/8. So once you've worked out where your apex is, you need to mark that on the pattern. So mine is 12 inches down and 10 inches in. So where I've drawn the cross, let me just zoom in. Where I've drawn the cross, that is where my actual apex is. Now you never want a dart to go directly to the apex because you will look like Madonna in her Vogue days. You want the dart to end about an inch away from the apex. So let's just mark the end of the dart. So where I've drawn the star, that is where my dart should end. First of all, I need to measure the distance down for my dart, which is 1 inch down. So in order to move the dart, we need to draw a rectangle around the dart. So I've drawn a rectangle around the dart. I now need to move that down 1 inch. So I'm going to mark on the pattern 1 inch below the bottom line to make it nice and easy. So when I cut the pattern out, I can align it with the bottom line that I have just drawn in. So I've cut it out and placed it on that bottom line that I have just created. Now you will see the point of the dart is in alignment with the star that I drew where my apex is. It's an inch before the star. So we're going to need to put some paper underneath and sellotape that down. And now we're going to need to true up the lines of the dart. And there you have it. The dart has been moved down an inch lower. Now if you need to move the dart in or out, all you need to do is draw a line from the point of the dart to the tip of the dart, like so, and then work out where you need the tip to be. If it was 1 inch less than I needed it, you just line up the line with the ruler, mark it as you can see I have done on here, just there, and then you redraw your darts as so. Now you would ignore the black lines and use the green lines as your new dart. And that's all there is to it. Please note that on this pattern, the circle of the dart, which represents the point of the dart, is a bit before the actual end of the line, and that's just because of seam allowances. So now you can go ahead and make your pattern. I hope that was of some help to you. If it was, please leave a comment below. If you move darts in a different way to me, I'd also like to hear from you, and I'd like to hear your version of how you complete it, because there's lots of different ways to do everything, especially in dressmaking, and the more ways that people know about, the easier it becomes for them to find their own way through the alterations. So do leave a comment below if you do it in a different way. If you'd like to know the professional way to do these changes, I'd recommend you checking out the channel Made to Sew. Anika over at Made to Sew is industry trained, and she does some very good tutorials on all aspects of fitting. So do go and check her out. I'll leave the link below. If you would like to see more tutorials or how-do-Is from me in terms of fit, especially with plus size figures, because that's what I am, then hit the subscribe button below. Please let me know if there are any tutorials that you would be interested in seeing from me. Until next time, bye for now.